Hello again and welcome everyone, it's Dave M0OGY bringing you the review, the first UK review in fact of the new President Lincoln II that should be available within the next 1 to 2 weeks, I would hope. This radio is a 10 metre transceiver for amateur radio use. It is quite easy to convert for full coverage, but I'll be showing it on my tests further along on the handbands. So we'll have a look at the radio. Certainly is eagerly awaited by many operators throughout Europe. It's been a while coming. The first talk of it was in the summer of 2013, and this radio has just come today, so we'll have to have a look at it, do the usual thing, have a look at the circuit board, and on part 2 videos we'll try it on air on the 10 metre band. So it certainly looks a well made piece of kit. The radio comes with a typical President microphone, which has up and down frequency change keys. Comes with the President sticker, the owner's handbook, which is multilingual, and it's certainly worth reading, as this transceiver is feature rich compared to many others, and certainly has far more features than the President Grant 2 that I reviewed a couple of weeks ago. So also comes with a mount bracket, typical bag of bits with screws, fasteners and fixings, and comes in the President box, as looks very much like any other packaging from the brand. And it comes with the 2+3 year President warranty, which all the details can be found on President Electronics website. So we'll have a look at the front panel, see what this radio is all about, and if it's a worthy successor to the very famous President Lincoln 1 that's been about for 25 years, I would think. Right, look at the front panel. It does have a very similar look to the original Lincoln. I'm sure that's intentional. You've got a scan facility, noise blanker A and L high cut. All these keys have double functions. Echo, why you'd wouldn't need that on a 10 metre radio, but I'm sure it won't be used on there. You've got Roger Bleep. You've got that can turn the key beeps off the buttons. In my eyes, quite an annoying feature. Very good that you can turn it off. Channel 919 lock call. Operate. You can set it up for split operation. Got your mode switch there. It's multi-mode, AM, FM, upper sideband, lower sideband, CW for the Morse fans. You got a PA facility. That's AM and back to FM. So you got Vox. This is Vox enabled. You can buy a President branded microphone that plugs in the rear of the unit, and you can use it voice activated, so you don't need to key the microphone if you're in the mobile station. You've also got plus 10 kilohertz there, split set. Very feature rich, this radio. Volume on off, RF power, squelch. It's got the 3rd generation President patented auto squelch control, and when you get into the normal squelch facility, the bottom left where the frequency is reading now, it does read from 1 to 36 on the squelch. The readout is very similar to the original President Lincoln. Again, I'm sure that's intentional. Channel up and down, mic gain, RF gain, clarifier. You've also got on your channel change steps for the frequency. A little bar, little minus sign moves across, so you can move it where you wish. Frequency coverage from the box is the 10 meter band from 28 megahertz to 29.695. So that's it goes from band A to I. So that's that. We've got the menu button. Now it's got many features on the menus. You really need to read the book about it. Beep, bleep, call, monitor, timeout, timer. So if you like a good talk, you can set that. More ideal for repeater use, I would think. Right. Colour. Now it's multicoloured. You've got the green display that I quite like, and it's decided to turn itself off there. Blue, orange, back to green. So it's got three colours. So you can alter that to suit your vehicle or your station, whichever you prefer. Brightness goes from 1 to 9, so you can alter. That acts as a dimmer, really, multi dimmer. And if you leave it for a second or two, it just goes back to reading the frequency and the channel and mode. So that's the front panel of the new President Lincoln II. First impressions, the controls and buttons seem well made, very tight, not loose or anything. Size wise, the radio is DIN compatible. What you will see when I do the look on the rear of the radio, that it does have a fairly large heatsink, but it's a very small radio. In fact, it's quite a bit smaller height wise to the Grant II that I reviewed a couple of weeks ago. So it is quite a small radio, certainly quite a lot smaller than the original President Lincoln, and a little later in the video I will compare it to a nice Lincoln 1 that I've got here, just to show what the sizes are. So we'll have a look on the back panel now. Okay. Right, we'll have to have a look at the rear panel of the Lincoln II. Firstly, you can see on the left hand side we've got quite a large heatsink due to the power that this radio makes. We'll do some power tests into a dummy load in a later video, just see exactly what it does compared to the specs given. Right, further across you've got the UHF coupler, the SO239. You've got the Vox microphone. That's an additional extra you can use for mobile, as I stated before. Data control cable. Extension speaker for a 3.5mm jack plug. You've got a 3.5mm jack for a PA speaker, and standard sort of Uniden plug, I think that is, looking at it, for the power lead. Comes with a fairly heavy duty power lead with an inline fuse holder to suit it, so that's good stuff. So that's the back panel, nothing much to see, but we do have the additional data cable, as we said, and we also have a CW key there, which I missed for the Moss fans out there. So that's the rear panel. We'll have a look inside now. This is a circuit board of the Lincoln II. The transceiver is made in China, People's Republic of China. Heatsink outputs, all surface mount technology. Looks well made. Front of that can there's a little white wire. Sure you know what you need to do if you want to open this up for export mode. Sure that white wire has something to do with it. No jumpers in this one neither. Just got a white wire there. Lots of shielding over components. In general looks very tidy. The internal loudspeaker is a 3-watt affair. Sorry. That's the internal speaker. So that's the inside view of the circuit board of the Lincoln II. Hello and welcome back to the conclusion of the part 1 review of the President Lincoln II. Just got it showing it alongside an original President Lincoln, which I would say was built in 1990. The first Lincoln came out after the Uniden 2830, which a lot of us certainly wanted back in the day. Back in 1988 I was 20 years old, and I was lusted after one of these Lincoln ones, but it was quite far out of reach of most of us, as there was at that time about £370. It was a number of years later, in the late 90s, that I got my first Lincoln one, and enjoyed it and used it an awful lot, and made lots of contacts with it. So the Lincoln 2's got an awful lot to live up to. The Lincoln 1 was one of the all-time great 10-metre radios, and a lot of people will be judging the Lincoln 2 against it. The Lincoln 2 is roughly 2/3 the size of the original radio, which we'll have a look at. Maybe a little bit of detail. Nearly everyone's owned one of those at some point, I'm sure. Very sought after these days. Certainly fetch a premium price when they come up for sale. Certainly nice boxed ones like this one. This is an early one, as you can see from the original packaging. The later Mark 1 had the same sort of colour box with a green lettering on as the Lincoln 2. So there's a Lincoln 1 and Lincoln 2 side by side. The only difference is about 25 years apart. So tough act to follow, but at some point I would like to think I could test one against the other also. We will be running the Lincoln 2, as I said, on the ham bands, and we'll try the Lincoln 1 on there as well and see what the differences are. So there you go. So thanks for watching the part 1 review video. there will be more videos to follow. Hopefully, like I say, on 10 metres amateur bands. We'll try the Liberty mic with it as well, the wireless microphone, as we showed you the first part of that review the other night. So on that note, thanks for watching the video, and certainly a lot of new President products coming out this month for all the radio hobbyists within Europe and the United Kingdom. So best 7.3 from Dave, M0OGY. Bye bye.